Yeah.
OD is similar to that. You've got a little bit of catch. Astral Imprisonment can set you up with the heroes that you've got right now. But come level 2, when you've got that Frost Shield, you're able to make up some distance, and Fly just hitting away at DJ, has the Frost Blast up in 2 more seconds, and one more right click, has the damage.
Very easy for them to just bring him down.
And then here comes DJ. So looking at Sumail, you got the March of the Machines down. Telekinesis with the Feybolt hitting. Sumail trying to run away from this one.
Lasers.
And laser available, and there it is. So Stormhammer over top once again. He's got the Ink Swell. That'll pop on top of Jabs. They'll get themselves at least one. Before you answer that, Ice in a little bit of trouble. Sumail on the run. They've got the Astro Imprisonment. The Icarus Dive comes across from Jabs. They've also got the TP over from Oped, but it's not going to matter. They'll lose the Centaur. Stormhammer coming out. Telekinesis. Creating a little bit of trouble, but the Soul Line comes in with the Chain Frost. So this is going to be bouncing around heavily. The set is going to be dropped. They lose the Phoenix as well as Ruby to start this fight. The Stormhammer hits on 2.
Try for the Roshan, though. This isn't easy against Fnatic's lineup, and it looks like they do know what's going on. And like you said, Sanity's
Ice. Link, Hoof Stomp, Double Edge. Now the Rocket's coming in, but the Astral Imprisonment is going to come out from Sumail. Now, let's see how willing they are to try and dive in onto this, because Roche is almost dead. And they'll get the kill on a Fly. They'll throw the Stormhammer out into MP, but he does have that Chronosphere available, so they need to get out of harm's way. The Supernova is going to be laid down. The Rocket's coming across. MP looking to finish off this Roche as the Supernova does pop. And EG might be the ones who need to re-engage here, as this Roche might go the way of the Dire. The Blink Hoof Stomp actually hits onto an Illusion. There's the Icarus Dive over. The Soul Line locks up DJ as well as Ice. The Stormhammer on top of that on MP. As the Aegis is picked up by this Faceless Void. Throws the Chronosphere. That comes through, hitting away, getting the kill onto S4. They'll look for more. The laser is there. The Omni Slash comes out from RTZ, landing on the Jabs, getting the kill. It's only 1, as the laser and everything else around it from Fnatic is able to clean up this jug.
I think that that's the case at all against Fnatic's lineup. Oh,
Stormhammer. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, but they've got the Stampede that's going to be over S4. He's slowed up. The Time Dilation comes out on top of that with the Rockets coming through. Sumail coming over, but the Soulbind locks in Ophead as well as DJ, who uses the Blade Fury. The Blink Hook Stock coming out onto the Grimstroke. They might be able to get a kill on a crit. Sanity's Clips dropped down with the Astral Imprisonment onto MP. MP moves forward. He's got the Chronosphere that's going to land on a Sumail, locking him in. Laser Rockets, that gets the kill. 2 heroes gone on the side of EG as they only lose their position 5 Phoenix. Fly right into the hands of MP. Will be immediately taken out. The Blink with the Hoof Stomp coming in from Ice as well as the Double Edge. That's going to be onto Crit, who will also fall. It's 2 heroes. They don't buy back immediately. The Omni Switch comes down on MP as well as Ice for the Chronosphere right on top of it. The Blade Fury's there. The Soul binds Sanity's Cliff. Sumail running to the edge of this Chronosphere with the BKB being popped. He looks over at Ice. The buyback comes out from Ophead, who fallen earlier in this fight. Jab's in a lot of trouble, but he's got himself the triple kill, staying alive, getting to the low ground. Somehow he's going to escape. Arteezy and Sumail fall. 3 heroes dead on EG as they bought back on Crit. Ophead looking for more. Crit just bought back, and this is most likely going to be a dieback for. Meanwhile, he's going to be lifted up with the Telekinesis as well as the Stolen Astral Imprisonment. They don't go to get this Sven, and all they have here is DJ and Jabs. MP finally coming over. The Blink over towards S4.
Fnatic knew exactly where the fight was going to happen, and Jabs could make sure that he got a good Supernova off and get all of his spirit damage and whatnot. Oh, Arteezy.
Chronosphere on Arteezy in a lot of trouble, and they've certainly got the damage to clean him up. He doesn't have buyback. Now the Blink Hook Stock comes through. That's going to be on to S, where he uses the War Cry with the Chain Frost bouncing around with the Soulbind. That also came out, so 2 of them bouncing around, trying to do what they can. They look over at the Supernova. He ends up dying. He does have buyback. The Chain Frost still bouncing around, doing so much damage to the side of Fnatic, and they finally kill Ice.
Fnatic just going again. Chrono in 25 seconds.
Blink Hoof Stomp coming through on a crit. Meanwhile, S4, he's inside the pit. DJ takes notice of this. They actually go away from crit, focused on S4. The Bash is coming through. The BKB being popped. The Soul comes out with the Omni Switch flying through. Ophead, Ice, Ice, they have to back up with the Chain Frost coming in. That's going to be Chain Frost with the Soulbind once again, bouncing around, doing what they can. Sumail right-clicking away at Ice, who used the BKB just before he gets hoofs on the Icarus Dive, and a nice Chrono on top. There's the Dag, and that's going to rip through Arteezy, who ends up falling. There's the Supernova popping, but it's going to be avoided with the Astral Imprisonment on Sumail, on himself, who blinks away, but they lose S4. The Bash is coming out. They've got the Telekinesis coming through from DJ, and they lose 3 in a good fight from Fnatic
to get either of those kills. I don't know if it would have changed the outcome of the fight all that much, but
oh no, that's Fly alive so far, but Sinister Gaze still surviving, but the Rockets come in and get the kill, and now they look over at Crit, and yeah, Ophead's here.
The Sven pick, just a couple. It's a lot of spells that are really easy for Rubik to use and really high impact and really easy for him to steal.
Ooh, God Strength, Blink, Stormhammer coming out, but S4 already taking a lot of damage with the Sunray right on top of him. MP gets the kill. The Sandus Clip's going to be dropped onto the Ice as well as Jabs. BK is going to be popped by MP with the Stormhammer being thrown back at this Jug. Arteezy in a lot of trouble as he's lifted up by the telekinesis. He's going to be dead for 74 seconds without pop back. The dagger comes in. They'll get the kill on Sumail. 4 heroes dead. And now EG, all they've got left is a Grimstroke with the Sunray on top of him. He'll end up falling. Full team wipe in the favor of FNATIC, and game 1 goes in their favor as well.
Support mag, Centaur is the core. Ooh, toss back with the TP in from Jabs.
Might be able to get the kill. Sumail in trouble. The telekinesis came out with the tower and the tree tossed into his face. Sumail
look at Ice
back,
Ice,
but
though.
that's going to be into the hands of Ice if he plays this to try and go in. Does have the primal split available. Fly nearby. Thunderclap to start. Torrent coming in, but he's stunned up, and here comes Oped, DJ, as well as the Rubik. Frost Shield doing as much as it can, but Sumail getting chased up pretty hard. The Stampede comes out. It's not going to matter, but that's over bottom where they look for MP. They've got the Hoof Stomp. The Telekinesis through. Not enough to save the Gyro. PA gets out of harm's way. There's the Skewer pushing Jabs away from his tower, so making him much more vulnerable. And the Rubik has to be careful as the Shockwave back into the hands of S4, and the Tether won't matter.
Be okay. It's going to take him a little while, but still. They got to get rid of this right now before FNATIC have the opportunity to contest it.
And they come over, and that's going to bring the attention of all of EG, who are making the rotation in. MP comes on over, but most of the stacks already been taken. They've got the X as well as the boat. That'll come through onto this Wisp, and let's see where their follow-up is. As the avalanche comes out from Oped, it's not going to be enough damage. Just said the RP hits on a 2. Arteezy in a little bit of trouble. There is the Sinister Gaze that's going to lock in Ice, but they get the kill on Arteezy. Now they're looking for more with the Primal Split being used by the Brewmaster. The Cyclone holds up Sumail. They'll kill Fly. That's 2 dead on EG as they continue to surround Sumail. Kunkka's got nowhere to go. The Avalanche in 3 kills for FNATIC, and they lose nothing.
When they came up onto that high ground, just knowing that if one of them got dewarded, they would still have the vision that they need. So
Crit's in trouble. Homing missile hits and the rocket barrage on top. MP with another kill, but the X coming through once again on DJ is going to be enough once more. X, boat, torrent, all landing, but the tether over, and he's still fine looking for the relocate, but into the feet, into the hoofs of S4. And he ends up dying anyway, but off-screen Fly
everywhere that he wants to be farming, and it seems like FNATIC are just going to keep on running at him. I think that's what Abed's job in this game is. He's just going to be running at the PA constantly. Gotta be careful.
On cooldown, but they've got the smoke. They look over at Sumail. Homing missile coming in. They'll bring Jabs all the way to the outside of this. They almost want to see Sumail use X on somebody so they can't catch up, but the homing missile comes in. They've got the Primal split on top of it. There's the rocket barrage, and Sumail in a lot of trouble, but he gets the Stampede off. There's the toss. It's only on a creep, so it's not on a hero that can really hold him in, but the tree toss comes in as well as the stun. That's from the bear of Ice to make sure they get the kill on a Sumail. Trying to skewer away, but the telekinesis is out from the Rubik. They've got the toss on top of it. Going around the back, Jabs shows himself. Arteezy throwing the Stifling Dagger out as S4 comes over. Blink, Hoof Stomp, and they might have spotted the Tiny, but now the Blink with the Avalanche and the toss coming in. The Fable is going to finish off Arteezy. Now they look over at S4. The Skewer, Telekinesis, Chain Frost coming in from Fly. The relocate coming out from the Auto. And now Crit trying to run away, but with the Chain Frost bouncing, it's a little bit difficult for FNATIC, but not too bad. Is now they've got the tether on an MP. MP very much unkillable at this point. They clean up Crit. Down goes S4. 4 heroes dead. Sumail's the only one alive, but the only reason he is alive is because he's nowhere near involved.
I mean, I know that if you buy back mid-toss, you can reappear where you were, so a bit tricky.
And here's the X as well as the bow, but the Primal Split is going to be used by Ice. They've also got the homing missile coming in, so the stun's going to be thrown out by Ice to start this one, and then the homing missile on top of that. MP comes over, the Blink Hoof Stomp comes out from S4 as well as the Stampede on top of that. BKB is going to be popped by Sumail. The Torrent hits onto the Gyrocopter, and now they're trying to relocate out with the call down coming in, and they just get away, but the telekinesis through on Arteezy, who has to back off in this fight. He's already low. DJ in a lot of trouble, getting blown up. He's the first one to die. The Chain Frost bouncing around. Jabs gets the Sinister Gaze is going to come out with the RP from Crit on a 2. That's going to be on Ice's side as well as Jabs. Arteezy looking for another opening here. They lost S4. He buys back immediately. Blink Hoof Stomp onto the Rubik, and now they might be able to get themselves a secondary kill. They finally find themselves Rubik. The boat comes out once again from Sumail. Is hit by this Avalanche, but it's not going to land on anybody as he was hit by the Avalanche, and the X doesn't get pulled back in time. Yeah, FNATIC's doing a really good job, and back into the Roche pit they go. They can keep up the aggression, especially if they got this Aegis. But here come EG again. Blink hooks up. That's going to land on 2 as well as the top of the Blink. Nice toss. That's bringing Sumail back, who no longer has the X versus spot. The cooldown is going to come out on a couple of these heroes. They've got the boat flying in from Sumail and pop the BKB. MP chasing for a moment, but they go back into the Roche pit. They don't want to lose focus. Go for the just get themselves a second life here on the MP and then move in. They get the second life. The Torrent's going to land on the Rubik. They continue to move forward with the Avalanche and then the toss pulling Sumail back, who's no longer got this BKB. Focus down and in a lot of trouble as the boat from Jabs is the one that hits. And now they look over at Fly, and they've got him in the Cyclone. They'll get the stun. They'll get the kill. 2 heroes dead on EG. FNATIC go back into the Roche pit.
He still has a Storm Panda. A little bit. I mean, the boat's not a huge cooldown. It's going to be back up in...
X marks the spot. That'll be out on the MP, who still has this Aegis. They'll pull him back with the Skewer. That's a nice place to put him and take out that Aegis to start. So that's going to draw FNATIC deep into this dire base. So we'll see what they're able to do afterwards. They land a Torrent as he comes up the second time. Arteezy moving with a BKB, trying to right-click MP down. But cleaning up one of those Pandas, looking for more. There's the stun, and Ice's Pandas are dealt with. That was very nice from EG. And now they've got the Stampede because they don't want to allow FNATIC to exit here. They've got the X. That's going to land on an MP, but the damage on Arteezy is just too great. He's in a lot of trouble. The boat comes in, but they lose Arteezy and RP on the 2. EG have a huge opportunity to make something happen as S4 goes in with the double edge as well as the host stomp. That's going to land on a couple of these heroes. Tophead getting involved. Looks over at S4. They've got no Arteezy as the Stone RP comes in. Fly dies, S4's down, and only Fly has buyback at the moment. Sumail moving forward, and they'll lose DJ, but the toss comes out. Sumail's dead, and he's got buyback as well.
Who are they going to send up? Are they just going to try and toss this down?
So there's the X, forcing out the Primal Split from Ice. The Frost Shield will be out onto the tower, as well as the Crimson Guard, trying to do as much as it can to stop them from taking the tier 3, but at the end of the day, the tier 3 is gone. The X spot comes down on an MP, but no follow-up for that at the moment. Homie, so we'll hit on to Sumail. Now let's see how willing FNATIC are to go. Back to form as Ice. Now they got the Type of Dagger. The Blink Hook Song comes out from S4, but Opez, he's going to blink very offensively. They've got themselves the Avalanche and the Stone RP. That's going to be huge here for FNATIC. And the RP back coming in and really leading the way here for EG. They lose the Lich. They lose the Rubik. I think really gone for both sides just yet. Buyback here on the Lich. The Avalanche toss comes out to Sumail, and that's going to be big. But S4 landing the hook stop. There's the Chain Frost bouncing around, doing what it can. But let's see if they've got the follow-up to kill off Oped. They need a couple more shots. They'll finally kill him. And now, without the Tiny, are you really willing to stay? You'll get them... Get the melee racks, hopefully, and now it's your time to back off. But Arteezy in a little bit of trouble. He's surrounded by MP as well as DJ. The host comes through. That's going to land on Ice, but MP continues to move on forward. The sun comes out on Arteezy, and he's in a lot of trouble. But the buyback comes out from Sumail. They've got the X, as well as the Stifling Dagger, onto MP, pulling him back. There's the Torrent, but tethered up once again. DJ, gets the relocate out. Arteezy's now dead to MP. He's not even there. The call down finishes him off. Now the X on the Ice with the boat following it up, but they just don't have the damage, and MP and DJ are back. FNATIC couldn't play this more perfectly.
So good. I don't really understand why EG went on the Brewmaster. I feel like he was the only available target. Just because the rest of FNATIC had kind of backed off, and I think he wanted to force
Sumail pops the BKB. He'll steal the Torrent. Sumail trying to do all he can with the Blink Hook Stomp. Or no, his Blink actually coming from crit. He's not able to do anything there as S4 continues to move on forward. BKB pop by MP. Meanwhile, on the back lines, you see Arteezy kill off DJ. So you no longer have that wisp.
It has BOTs or something along those lines, but EG really feel like they're on the brink.
Nice Blink telekinesis. It's in a lot of trouble as the Torrent that was stolen a little bit of a while ago. Nice RP, but where's your follow-up? You no longer have Sumail. The Chain Frost's going to be bouncing around. S4 comes in with a hook. That's going to land on a couple of these heroes. The Stifling Dagger thrown out, but the stolen RP comes back in. That's going to lock down S4. He's in so much trouble being right-clicked by MP. Meanwhile, Crit goes down, and they're looking for more because Oped's inside the base. S4 goes down, and relocated in. BKB's going to be popped by Arteezy. Looking for enough damage to kill off DJ, but now he realizes he just needs to run. The Phantom Strike over to S4 as he's thrown in the air by Ice's Panda, who's finally back to 4. After that Crimson Guard, he goes into the Heaven's Halberd, and again, still, we'll see. It's countdown clock to Divine Rapier, but I don't know if he's even going to get there. Arteezy in a little bit of trouble as the E-Blade comes out. Avalanche toss. Arteezy able to survive for now, but ends up falling to MP. Now the hook stomp's not going to really matter. It's stunned up his S4, and the Stampede comes out a little bit too late. They've got the telekinesis. RP on a 3, so maybe the turn, if they've got the damage, it would really work out if they had Arteezy. But now the Chain Frost on top of it. 3 heroes dead. This is a big problem for EG as the relocate from DJ, just DJ. The Torrent comes in. The E-Blade again on a Sumail. He gets under his tier 4. Hey, you thought it was cover earlier. It's not going to work out anymore as they just run you down and they eat you up. FNATIC taking game 2 and a 2-0 sweep over EG.